Hello everybody, welcome back to another escape room here at Deuce Escape Rooms. Today's room is going to be escape from school, escape from the classroom. You can kind of see the posters up here saying welcome to Deuce Town. This is middle school. This is supposed to be a easy to medium level escape room. And so let's just go ahead and get started. So you can kind of see the goal here. You've been trapped at school by the principal. Solve the clues to escape. As always, go to Deuce Rooms on YouTube for a tutorial. So the first thing we're going to do, you're going to see all these rooms are locked and you're going to have items to get in. The first room is not. So we're going to open it up, and there's a lot of stuff in here. It's overwhelming, but actually all these puzzles are pretty simple to solve. The first one we're going to go to is this puzzle over here, and I actually help you out a little bit. There's a lot more hints and clues in this one than the others I've done. You can kind of see the rainbow plus the map shows us what we're doing. And I've got this hint here that says the colors of the rainbow are your first hint. So I've included kind of a picture here. And I don't know if you went to school or was taught in school like I was. Roy G. Biv. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So if we're looking at our map here, if we go in that order of the colors of the rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, it's just kind of in the order of the map there. So the code for this one is going to be 362514. Okay, so we go 362514. And that opens up this room back here, the closet. So we can immediately kind of grab the key because we know we need one of those, and we're going to pick up this crossbow. And so we move on to our next one. And so we have these presidential posters, and at the end of each one there's kind of a number. It's kind of George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, and FDR. Okay, and again, they all have a number in there. And I've put these on the floor over here to kind of show you the order it's going to be in. So the order is going to be Abe Lincoln with his top hat, Teddy Roosevelt, the wheelchair here for FDR, and then kind of George Washington chopping down the cherry trees. They're apples, but it's a hint. So we know it's going to go Abe's number, which is a 2, Teddy's number, which is a 4, FDR 1, so we got 2, 4, 1, and George Washington's number, if you remember, was 3. So our code's going to be 2, 4, 1, 3. So to go type that in, we go over here, and all these will kind of tell you which passcode you're going to type in. So we're going to go 2, 4, 1, 3. Now all the boxes that were on the table are moved, and underneath them it shows you the order of our next clue. So I've put this in red because there are some red letters scattered around the room. As you can see, kind of the G there in Gettysburg. You can kind of see on the map here we have an L that is red, and there's some others throughout the room that I'll go over, but the first one's Gettysburg. So we're going to use the G from Gettysburg. Then our second one is the U.S. map. So L, so we've got GL. Third, the preamble. If you go back here, we look at our preamble. The O in our preamble is red. So we've got GLO. The Liberty Bell has a red B, so GLOB. And then we have the stock market as our fifth one, E. So we got globe. Globe is what we're going to do, and that's what we have the crossbow for. We're just going to shoot this globe. And when we do that, our cage moves, we pick up the second key, and now we can go into our next room, which is going to be our English classroom. So now we're in our English room. Alright, and so there's no really specific order of what we can do here. But we'll start off with this one. There's a lot of books on the desk with names. Shakespeare, Twain, Austen, Hemingway. So we have a lot of different books here with names on them. So I've got this over here, this arrow, from these 4 books, red, blue, yellow, and green. So if we go over here, and we get a lot of experience doing this, huh? Red, blue, yellow, green. So find our red book. Our red book is going to be from Dickens. Blue is Shakespeare. Yellow is Twain. And green is Fitzgerald. So that's going to be kind of our order. And so we go over here to the fictional authors, or the famous authors, and we kind of go in that order. So we had Dickens, we had Shakespeare, we had Twain, and Fitzgerald. So that means our passcode is going to be, in that order, A Christmas Carol, Romeo and Juliet, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and The Great Gatsby. So when we go to type that in, A Christmas Carol, Romeo and Juliet, Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and Great Gatsby. That gives us one of our mechanical parts. Now there's 2 that we have to get into the math room. And this is kind of our next hint sheet. If you have trouble reading, you can always kind of break this out and read it. So the first number is going to be the number of adverbs in the poster to the left of the first place reader. So I've got these first place, second place, and third place, and fourth place readers who are all here on the wall. The color of the trophy is important because it tells you who is sitting where. So if we know the first place reader and the number of adverbs to the left, here's our golden trophy. So we look here. We read the story of the mischievous monkey, and I've actually highlighted all the adverbs for you. There's 4. Okay, like I said, this is supposed to be an easy room, so not too complicated, but we got 4 for our first number. Number of vowels and the color of the book on the second place reader's desk. So, second place reader, we've got the silver trophy here. The color of this book is purple. So, P-U-R-P-L-E, 2 vowels. So we're going to have 4, 2, the number of syllables, and the third place reader's full name. So our third place reader is Sophie. Find the bronze trophy. And I've got a little plaque here on our desk. Her full name is Sophie Jackson. So we're going to have 4 syllables in Sophie Jackson. So our code so far is 424. And then the number of consonants in the item in the fourth place reader's charity. Remember, the fourth place was a blue one. The item here is an apple. So if you spell out apple, you have PPL. There's the 3 consonants. So our code is going to be 4243. 4243. We have our second mechanical part, and now we can go into the math classroom. Alrighty, so we are now through 2 rooms. We're on number 3, and this one we're going to start over here. You're going to start with your order of operations. So this can be challenging if you're not good at math, but if you break it down and do the PEMDAS rule, what you're going to get is you're going to get a code that looks like 3213. 3213, and what that does is that opens up this board here to show you the key for this code on the wall here. Okay, so you have to kind of look back and forth and decipher the code, and I've actually highlighted the letter. So like pi would be the letter P, the addition sign letter A, infinity sign letter I, and so on for all of these. Okay, so try to make that pretty simple. And if you decipher this, what you're going to end up seeing is this first line spells the word shoot, the second line is the, and the last one is decimal. And you have to stand up closer to see it, but you know, for example, divide D, Celsius C, addition A, so it spells out shoot the decimal. So you find the decimal and you shoot. And now that should move the boxes that were sitting on top of here and the box that was in front of this screen, because that's going to be our last clue over here. So we have a perimeter of a square or a rectangular object here. And so we know B is equal to D, and we know A and C are two different sides of two different lengths. Or at least that's all we can assume right now. And so we have to find the lengths of these. So if we're looking for D, we'll just start with that because it's, once we know D, we'll know B. We saw the pencils over here. And we saw that 5 pencil lengths equal 25 inches. So if we break that down, it's going to be 5. So we know that each pencil is 5 inches long. Okay? So we know B is equal to D, so both of these are going to be 5. Now we know here we have these paper clips. We have 4 paper clips. Each paper clip is 1 inch long. So if there's 4 paper clips, we know it's going to be 4, 5, whatever C is, and then 5. C is actually the easiest one on here. It's just measuring the inches here. So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 5 for our measurement code. So 4, 5, 6, 5. And that will move the media cart there, and we've got our rotating gizmo. And now we can go into the science classroom. Now here's another key that we have to solve here with the periodic table this time. And you don't have to know much about the periodic table to understand this one. You just kind of have to know the numbers here, and then you have to look through them and find them. So we've got the first number is going to be 7, 8, and 34. So if we look at our thing here, 7, 8, and 34. So what is that? N-O-S-E, nose. What in here would be a nose? Well, we're going to go to the doctor's desk here for science, looking at a little bit of anatomy. The nose is the number 6. So 6 is going to be our first number. Then we have 42, 8, and 7. So we go 42, M-O, 8, O-N, 7. So M-O-O-N, moon. So now we're going to go back to our astronomy table here and look at our thing here, and we know the moon is number 3. So we've got 6 and 3 as our first digits. Let's go back over here. 17, 8, 6, 19. So 17, 8, so C-L-O, 6, which is C, and then 19 is K. So we got C-L-O-C-K, clock. Now we go over here to our clock, we look at what's circled. The number 1 is circled on our clock. So our code so far is 631. Then we go to our last one, which is, I have to move a little bit better here, and what's important to know here is something's hidden here. So we have to figure out how to get behind that box. 14, 7, 19. 14, S-I, 7, N, 19, K. S-I-N-K. So sync. So we go over to our sync. We look through here and we find this hidden number 4. Okay? So our passcode is going to be 6314. 6314. That will move the box, and now we can see this picture of 4 items: coffee, a lemon, tomato, and a battery. That will help us with our pH scale. That's what this one is, the pH passcode here. So we know our first one was a coffee, 5, a lemon, 2, tomato, 4, and a battery, 0. So it's just that simple. Coffee, lemon, tomato, battery. 5240. 5240. We get the duct tape, and now we can go into our final room, which is the art classroom. It's going to be a little overwhelming because there's a lot in this room. It's a little unorganized, but you basically start off looking here at our colors. So we got the numbers here, 1, 2, and 3, and this is just a 3-digit code is all it is. So all you're doing is looking at the colors and what they add up to. So red and blue makes purple, yellow and blue makes green, red and yellow makes orange. So that's it. Purple, green, orange. It's our first code. Purple, green, orange. It's going to open up this door, but we have to have flowers to get out of here. So what we do, we're going to have to look and find some numbers which are hidden in the pictures. If you've ever played a Deuce Escape Room, you know that's one of our signature puzzles. And so we have paint cans here, and we have colors, and those colors are going to correlate to the seats in the room. We have blue, green, yellow, red. So blue is here. We have a Starry Night picture with a 2 hidden in it right there is the 2. Okay? So blue is 2. We go green, yellow, red. So we have to find our green stool over here. And the hidden number here is this 1 right here in the wood. So we have 2, 1. Now we have to find the yellow. This one is a little harder to see, but there's a 3 hidden in her hair here. You may have to kind of move around, jump, kind of get different angles to kind of look down, but there's the 3 in her hair. So we have 2, 1, 3, and then the red stool, which is our last color. There's a number 4 right there, okay? So we have 2, 3, 1, 4. 2, 3, 1, 4. That will move our painting bin, pick up our flowers, and you have successfully escaped the school. You have made it out of Deucetown Middle, and you can now enjoy your summer break. As always, please go to the page and do all of our other rooms. This is the simplest of the few that we have out. We will continue to make more. Thank you all for playing, and come back and follow for more. Thank you.